Hello everybody, today I wanted to make a video on a topic we are all familiar with and just talk with you. If you haven't watched Voyboy's video, The Sad State of League Solo Queue, I'll put the link in description if you want to check it, but basically the topic is about the negative players or the players that are ruining our games in general. Feeders, flamers, AFKs, rage quitters, and these type of players. Voyboy made a pretty good message to Riot about how he feels about the league community, and I wanted to spread the message and share my thoughts on it. There is no way on earth that if you played more than one game, you haven't met some of the players that we are about to talk for. I'll make it like a list with something like stereotypes. The first one is the guy who got a new skin from Chest and decides why not to play ranked game and try the champion he never played before but just got the coolest skin of that champion and he can't wait to show it to the world. Hate those guys really because they are not experienced enough with the champion. And they decide to try it on ranked game because why not, and they don't give a F about this game. The second one is the guy who's playing for a couple hours now and got like 2 defeats in a row and keeps playing rank even though he's out of his mind and just want to troll other people to make them feel the way he does. And by trolling I mean picking like a Nunu ADC with ghost and cleans or just running it down mid with whatever champion he picks or just picking Nunu and quote unquote helping you farm your jungle. I've had that experience before and it's so annoying because you can't do anything to stop him. You are safe in your jungle because nobody will invade you before 10 minutes and you can't stop him from taking anything because he can just eat your camps and you are under leveled and in the same time you are so motivated to play this game and climb and suddenly this guy appears in your game and you know what happens to your mentality when you get this. The third one I want to talk about is the guy who gets out of field and just says mid or troll. That's it. In the champion select he types mid or troll. And when he does that, people know already because he's going to troll because you don't want to give a tilted guy who just got out of field your main role. And when you're not willing to give him mid or the role he wants, he transforms to the guy from the second stereotype I talked about. And my favorite one, I'll give an example with top laners because usually they do this, but essentially when what they do is step 1, push the whole wave under the turret, under enemy's turret. Step 2, get ganked and dies. Step 3, TP backs to lane. And step 4, gets ganked again and dies. And the final step I mean, types GGFF15 in the chat and that's it. They just gave up. Or if you don't FF in 15, they just rage quit. And at the very same time, you hear a summoner has disconnected. So basically these are the stereotypes that comes to my mind when I first hear players that ruin the game. People that love this game are quitting because of players like this, and current system for catching players like this is non-existent. I think there are only 2 things that players are punished for. One is AFK and 2 is flaming and swearing in the chat. But usually the punishment is like a longer queue or restriction in the chat or something like that. And it's not so painful. I know it's hard to deal with all these players because they are a lot, and a few of the things I could have think about dealing with them, or at least can help a bit with that, are there is a thing in CSGO where you watch other players' competitive games. This is like the ranked games in CSGO. And you can spectate and report them if you catch them doing something wrong, like AFK, inting, cheating, trolling, and etc. And second thing, maybe a system where, for example, you're in a GOAT elo and you die like 10 times in 10 minutes. And in my opinion, this should be punished somehow, maybe like losing more LP, or you get demoted straight away. I know this is kind of extreme and everybody can have a bad game, but every time I have a bad game, I do my best to stay under turret, don't die, and or where is safe, not only under the turret, and try to not die. And people can dive you 10 times in 10 minutes. I mean, the only possible way to die a lot is when 3 or 4 people come to your lane and dive you. But in before 10 minutes, this is, I don't think it's possible to happen more than once or twice. So it's okay to die once or twice on your lane, or even get doved once or twice also, but that's 4 deaths, not 10, for 10 minutes. And I don't think this is possible to die 10 times and trying to play at your best. So that's why I think that's inting. And the numbers can be different for any division. I mean, in bronze maybe should be more deaths, and or minutes or whatever. Also, I want to talk about that Riot made a quick answer to this topic, and basically they are going to try and add reporting and muting for the champ select. And they said that they have improved the report system, or at least they are trying. And the changes are live now only for NA, so I'm looking forward to that. And that's it. I think if they spend more time on this, it may have happy ending, and I hope so. Anyway, everybody can be toxic and angry, but what's the whole point to ruin the game for the other 9 players, where there is not a big chance to meet them again? I'm speaking for low elo in general, because maybe in Challenger you're playing with the same people 5 times a day or whatever. You're together for just one game, and that's it. Think about if you're toxic and tilted, you're spreading that poison to others, and they start to be toxic and tilted too. And this starts a chain reaction. But if you are kind and trying to motivate people to play the game as the best as they can, they'll start spreading the kindness. So the point I'm trying to make is that treat people the way you want to be treated. And I think I'm going to wrap it up. These are the things I wanted to say about this topic, so please share your thoughts in the comments. And as always, stay positive, don't flame, don't tilt, and be kind to others. Thank you for watching.